Happy Sunday, everybody! Today is day 3 of my 7-day challenge. So with that being said, this is my bearded dragon. One of my reasons to stay sober. Anyway, so I want to talk today about rebuilding trust with yourself. A small promises, but big change. So today's about rebuilding trust with yourself, one small promise at a time. So, welcome to day 3. Today we're focusing on something that recovery often damages, which is trust in ourselves. When you've been through hard things, it is easy to feel like you've been let yourself down. And I know from experience, and I'm sure a lot of us have. But trust isn't rebuilt through huge dramatic changes. It's rebuilt through tiny, consistent changes. So for an example, for me, like with my parents, I was in active addiction for a long time, starting in my childhood. And so for me, when I did get sober and having to rebuild those relationships with my parents, there was times where I was like, oh, I made a big change, you know what I mean? So they should trust me, but that's not it. It's just small and consistent, doing it every day, keeping in contact, being there, those little small things that you do consistently, not just one time, that really makes that difference. And like, oh, okay, she is being consistent, maybe I can trust her, you know? And eventually that built, I have a great relationship with my parents right now. I have a great relationship with people around me, and so yeah, so it's because of those tiny consistent changes that I got to where I am. Pick one small promise today, something realistic, something gentle, something you know you can follow through on, and maybe that's drinking a full bottle of water. Maybe that's getting a good night's sleep, stepping outside for some fresh air when you're feeling overwhelmed, talking to somebody, just breathing. And when you keep that promise to yourself and you're telling your brain that I can rely on myself again, oh, and that's powerful. If you tell your brain, okay, I can rely on myself, if I baby steps, consistent steps, and you'll start to see that change within you. And what's one small promise that you guys are making today for yourself? A small promise for me is that I am going to go to work, and I am going to try my very best to stay awake because sometimes I get really tired at work, and that's just and just doing that every day, it will eventually it'll get there, you know what I mean? So anyway, long story short, taking those little consistent steps is a lot better, or it's gonna help a lot more than making one big dramatic change, because that one big dramatic change, you could have made that change for that hour, that minute, but what happens when you do it again? No, consistency. And mistakes happen, things happen, just get back up and do it again. Consistent, stay consistent. That's something also that I'm working on myself every day, because man, I haven't been going to the gym. Man, I've been falling asleep at work. I haven't been being consistent, so I feel like I need to pick that back up anyway. But anyway, thank you for watching. Follow along if you would like to come with me for the rest of my journey. And thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday.